All right, ready to jump into the world of WordPress.
Let's do it.
This deep dive is for anyone out there dreaming of building a website for their Aussie business, right?
Absolutely. We're talking Aussie businesses going online.
Perfect. So we're checking out this recent blog post by now Technology Systems, Understanding WordPress, the ultimate guide for beginners. They really cover it all. I mean, from square one, like what WordPress even IS, to, making sure your website actually pops up when people are looking for you online.
It's a lot to cover.
It is. But today we're really focusing on you, the listener. We get it. You're keen to get your business out there, but maybe the whole tech side seems a bit, overwhelming.
Definitely.
So we'll be breaking down those essential steps, especially those Aussie-specific rules that often trip people up, and how to make sure your site doesn't get lost in the internet black hole. Sounds good.
So first things first, what are we talking about when we say WordPress? I mean, we hear content management system thrown around a lot. But for someone who just wants to, sell their awesome products online, what does that even mean?
It's funny you should say selling, because while content management system might sound super official, think of WordPress more like, a digital shop builder.
A digital shop builder.
Yeah. Imagine like a platform that gives you the walls, the windows, the shelves, all the stuff you need to build your online shop. And you can arrange it all however you want. You decide on the layout, the colors, what you're displaying. WordPress does that for your website.
Okay, so instead of staring at a blank page, having to code everything from scratch, WordPress gives me all these tools and options to actually build my own website, even if I'm not a tech whiz. Exactly. And that's a big reason it's just blown up, especially for smaller businesses, entrepreneurs. Even the blog post talks about this, how user-friendly WordPress is, even for beginners.
Yeah, they really emphasize that.
But they actually go beyond just saying it's easy. They give specific examples, like that whole drag and drop thing they talk about.
Drag, yeah.
That's a game changer if you're scared of code, like me.
Right. It seems so simple.
It's like arranging furniture in an actual shop.
Right.
Move things around, test different layouts, no coding language needed.
So no need to become best friends with code, which is a relief. But what about the cost of all this? Building a website can get pricey, right?
That's another thing about WordPress. It's great for us budget-conscious Aussies.
Oh, how so?
The platform itself, totally free, open source. Free. You'll have to think about your domain name, hosting, like renting space for your website on the internet.
Makes sense.
But compared to hiring someone to build it all,
a whole team of developers and...
WordPress can save a ton of money up front.
That's huge when you're starting out.
And they even mention some Australian hosting companies, Ventry IP and Crazy Domains, ring a bell.
Yeah, I've heard of those. So there's local support too.
Exactly. Which is a lifesaver, trust me.
I bet. Have you ever had any, experiences with those Aussie hosting companies? Good, bad?
Oh, totally. A local provider, honestly, sometimes it's a godsend, especially with the whole time zone difference thing.
Oh, right.
Those late night website emergencies. Nobody wants to wait half a day for support from the other side of the world.
And it's not just about the initial cost, right? The blog also mentions plugins. What are those again? Little add-ons?
Yeah. Like apps for your website, they let you add all sorts of cool features without needing to build them yourself.
So instead of reinventing the wheel every time?
Exactly. You need a contact form. Boom, there's a plugin for that. Photo gallery. Done. And the blog mentions WooCommerce. That's a big one for selling stuff online.
Yeah. So if our listeners want to set up an online shop...
WooCommerce is your best friend. And then there's Yoast SEO. That one helps your website rank higher in search results, which is huge.
So people can actually find the shop, not just have it exist in the void.
Exactly. And they even talk about looking for plugins designed for Aussie businesses.
Oh, like what?
Think payment gateways that work seamlessly with Australian banks. Stuff like that. Important details.
Definitely. But, okay, even with all these tools, it still feels like a lot to take in. Where do you even begin? The blog seems to emphasize those first few steps. Choosing a domain name, getting that hosting set up. They make it seem super important.
Oh, they're crucial. Remember that shop analogy?
Yeah, our digital storefront.
Right. Picking your domain name, that's like choosing the perfect spot for your shop.
Location, 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 right.
Exactly. You want something catchy, easy to remember, and it should make sense for what you're selling.
So no dansdogbiscuits.com if you're selling, handmade jewelry.
Exactly. And for Aussie businesses, that .com.au is key.
Adds that local touch, right?
Trust me, customers notice that. It shows you're legit, you're part of the community, and hosting. That's the foundation of your shop. Don't skimp on that.
You want a solid foundation, not something that's going to crumble.
Look for a provider with a good reputation. Reliability is key, speed too. A slow website. It's like a shop with a line out the door. People will just go somewhere else.
Nobody wants to wait around for ages.
Exactly. It's all about that customer experience.
Speaking of which, once we've got our shop set up, how do we get people to actually come inside? The blog talks a lot about SEO and content marketing.
Content is king.
That's what they say. But I think for a lot of people, it's like, what does that even mean in real life?
It's about more than just existing online. You've got to give people a reason to visit your site, to stick around.
So what, like virtual snacks and comfy chairs?
Think of it this way. What are your potential customers searching for online? What questions do they have?
Where can I find the best dog biscuits in Sydney?
Exactly. Can you answer that question on your website? Provide useful information, maybe some entertaining stuff too.
So instead of just shouting, hey, we exist, it's more like, hey, come on in, we've got what you need. A great blog post about dog biscuits.
Now you're getting it. The more interesting and valuable your content is, the more likely people are to stick around, share it, tell their friends about you.
Become loyal customers, right?
Exactly. But you can't just create content once and forget about it.
Got to keep those shelves stocked, just like a real shop.
Exactly. Fresh content keeps people coming back for more.
And this is where it gets interesting for Aussie businesses specifically, right?
Totally.
We're not just using, like, generic stock photos anymore.
Please, no more stock photos.
We're talking about showcasing local stuff. Like, imagine if your food photography actually features Australian ingredients.
Or those stunning landscapes you see on Aussie tours.
Now, that's content that feels authentically Australian.
Exactly. It's all about capturing that Aussie spirit.
And remember those Aussie regulations we mentioned earlier? This is another chance to show you're all about transparency and trust, right?
Huge.
Like having a clear privacy policy on your website.
It's essential, and it shows your customers you're serious about their data, especially for online transactions.
Which is more important than ever these days.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've covered a lot. Choosing the right domain name, making sure our content is engaging. But the blog also talks about this thing, ongoing maintenance. They make it sound super important, but it doesn't sound as exciting as, say, picking out a website theme.
I know, right? It's like the chores of having a website. But neglecting it is kind of like, opening your shop doors every day without, cleaning, restocking, or fixing that leaky tap in the back.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Eventually, things are going to fall apart.
Not a pretty site.
So what are the big things people should be thinking about when it comes to website maintenance?
Well, the blog specifically mentions backups and updates. Those are non-negotiable.
Backup. So like if the whole thing crashes and burns.
Think of it as your website's insurance policy. Site crashes, you accidentally delete something important, whatever the case. Having a recent backup means you can get back on track quickly.
And updates. What's the deal with those? They always seem to pop up at the worst times.
I know, right? But they're crucial for security and making sure your site runs smoothly. Think of it like, keeping your software up to date on your computer.
Keeps those nasty bugs away.
Exactly. And it ensures you can access all the newest features and improvements.
So it's about having that peace of mind, knowing your online shop is secure and running at its best.
Precisely. Because in the online world, a slow, clunky website, that's a surefire way to lose customers. And speaking of making sure your website is in tip-top shape, did you catch that part about monitoring its performance? The blog mentions tools like Google PageSpeed Insights. Have you ever used those?
I have. It's actually pretty eye-opening. You find out things like how fast your site loads, if there are any broken links.
It's like a health check for your website.
Exactly. You can catch those small issues before they become big problems.
Which is always a good thing. Well, we've taken a deep dive into WordPress for Aussie businesses. We've gone from setting up shop to making sure everything's running smoothly.
From choosing that perfect domain name to crafting content that captures that Aussie spirit. And let's not forget about those essential Aussie regulations.
It's been quite the journey.
It has. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. The blog focused on the practical side of getting your business online. But let's zoom out for a second. What kind of impact do you want your website to have? Not just on your business, but on your audience, your community, maybe even the world. That's something to think about as you build your online presence. Until next time, happy building.